When you watch a series, what elements are you looking for? An epic story that immerses you into its grand reality? Perhaps a bombastic action-packed show you can get excited for? Or maybe a lighthearted comedy that's easy to laugh at? Whichever the case, we all have our preferences, and depending on what comes out each season or year, we all can get our fill. One of the single most important aspects of why we enjoy a medium such as anime are its stories. Stories can captivate us, motivate us, and even help express ourselves. It's a vehicle that transports us out of our reality and into another. Stories are essential to why we as a community watch anime. But for all the weight and importance it carries, sometimes the most compelling of stories don't come from grand space adventures or even psychological thrillers, but from everyday lives. For all the time I've spent watching anime series after series, the one element in a story I value most is intimate character drama. Don't get me wrong, I'll enjoy an action or a mystery as much as the next person, but there's something inherently missing in them. A longing, deeper connection that frankly just isn't there in these types of shows. For me, and some of you out there, drama fills that hole. For a long time I've always wanted to make this video, but never could quite start. But today I'll express myself about why I love drama, or more specifically, drama anime. When you hear people mention anime like Nagi no Asukara, Clannad, or Anohana, you've most likely come across many people who have used the term the feels to describe the show. I personally hate the use of that term. I think it does a great disservice to the shows of this nature, but it also makes others who genuinely care about these shows seem shallow and superficial. A lot of fans will say that those particular shows made them cry or that it's the most saddening series they've ever witnessed. While it's true that these shows have made people feel this way, fans focus too much on what they felt rather than why they felt it, often leading others to label these shows as being melodramatic or emotionally manipulative, when that clearly isn't the case. Most drama anime follow the cathartic journey of a character as they go on with their mundane lives, never fully realizing what's in store for them. And while there doesn't seem to be an overarching narrative at first, drama isn't storytelling about grand conflicts or epic tales, but rather characters striving for their own personal goal, trying to make meaning within their lives. This allows us to experience personal journeys through a deep connection with the characters. The desire to grow and better yourself as a person can be found in all of us, and drama uses this core idea to tell stories that are uplifting as much as they are saddening. A great drama is built when characters have a subconscious goal that they're striving for, and this can come from even the simplest of ideas. In Hanasako Iroha, Ohana's burning desire was to find a sense of belonging, and through her determination and perseverance, Kisuiso turned into a place where she could finally call home. While in the cast of Nagi no Asukara, Hikari wanted to unify everyone during times of hardship, envisioning the land and sea dwellers standing as equals in the ever-changing times. And Tomoya's was, well, I think you already know. It's these nuances within the characters that makes them so relatable. They make decisions based on their feelings, but sometimes the choices our characters make aren't always the best ones. Sometimes they're horrible, tensions rise, and people get hurt. But it's times like these, times of weakness and insecurity, where we not only see the character, but ourselves. It may have seemed like nothing has changed, but in reality, it's about the growth and experiences you share with the people around you. Characters learn, grow, and change over the coming time, and there's something inherently human about these traits. Change is fundamental to these stories. If the narrative didn't ebb and flow, we would never care. It's only after experiencing moments of sadness and despair where we truly appreciate the warm moments of joy and happiness. Drama portrays character development in more subtle ways and during times of weakness and vulnerability. It's during the quieter yet powerful moments of Sakuraso or Hanasako Iroha where nothing needs to be said and the show speaks its loudest.
ちょっとあんたなんで泣いてわかんないよわかんないけどこれだけは言えるこんなに心が動いた一日は初めてだ
Of course, none of this could be possible if these shows didn't have some sort of depth to them. Be it in the characters or the setting, everything has to be genuine and believable, otherwise it would be impossible to relate to these characters. Drama relies on the audience to develop a connection with its characters, and granted some shows might be unable to get you attached, when a series does connect with you on a personal level, there's an innate human core that most of us can resonate with. Drama has the ability to tell the simplest of stories in the most heartfelt ways, able to use core emotions to not only drive a character, but a meaningful story. It's sad to think that there's an implication about these shows being emotionally manipulative and only catering to people's tears, calling these dramas melodramatic as if to say that it's worthy critique, when it's really not true. You can't put a tragedy in a story and expect people to care. Many shows have tried it, but it just doesn't work that way. Clannad isn't just about sad things happening to good people. It's about your most precious life experiences, how you should cherish every tender, beautiful moment, never regretting the decisions you've made even if they lead to tragedy, because everything leading up to your life would have been worth it. To me, these stories never felt emotionally manipulative. The emotions felt real and powerful. You understood these characters like they were real people, like they were family. These stories resonate with me because they're ultimately about us as people. Not everyone is destined to become great. Most of us live our lives in an ever mundane perpetual cycle wondering about what could have been. But these stories remind us that we don't need exciting or spontaneous lives to find our happiness, because sometimes what we're looking for is right in front of us. You just don't notice until it's gone. What I love about these shows is that they understand and empathize with us. Love, compassion, loneliness, and guilt, we've all felt this way sometime in our lives, and these stories reaffirm who we are as people. They shake us deep down to our core values and understand what we're feeling. You develop emotional attachment to characters that could never exist. Why? Because they're like us, flawed people just trying to find our place in the world. Stories affirm who we are, that our lives have meaning. Drama not only reaffirms this, but furthers our understanding of why we feel these emotions and express values you personally connect with to your very soul. While most people would want a story that's well written on a fundamental scale, I feel that the most important stories are ones that shake your entire being. This is how these stories connect with people, because you understand and feel everything the characters do. They speak to us on our most human part, our sense of belonging and compassion to the people most dear to us. Understanding and empathizing with people during times of loss and tragedy, but ever moving forward. These are the quintessential elements of why I personally love drama anime. It isn't about saving the world or even having the perfect characters. It's about appealing to a core truth and experiencing a story that emotionally grips you. Because finding that one show that can change who you are as a person is far more valuable than what any other show can give. Some may disagree, and others might still think that these shows are overly dramatic, but even if these shows don't personally appeal to you, I hope that I could at least give some insight to why I love drama anime. Because for me, I wouldn't have them any other way